Okay, so today we are diving deep into a Hollywood mystery.
Ooh, mystery sounds exciting.
Yeah, it kind of is. We're talking about Jessica Alba and Cash Warren. They just announced they're separating,
Oh, wow. I hadn't heard that yet. They've been together forever, right?
like practically forever
Mm.
in Hollywood years, almost 17 years.
Wow, it's like a long time.
Yeah, it is. And everyone thought they were, rock solid.
Yeah.
That they haven't been seen together in public since way back in November.
November. Wow, that's a pretty long time for a Hollywood couple.
Right. And on top of that, they've both been spotted out and about without their wedding rings.
Interesting. Missing rings are definitely a sign that something's up.
Yeah, I thought so too. But here's the thing that really got me thinking. Remember how they had that whirlwind romance?
Oh, yeah. Wasn't it like love at first sight on a movie set?
Exactly. They met in 2004, and by 2008, they were married. Some relationship experts say that kind of whirlwind romance can be a recipe for trouble down the road.
Yeah, I can see that. When things move that fast, sometimes you don't really get to know each other that well before jumping into marriage.
Right, and especially in Hollywood, where everything's so, intense.
Yeah, it's a pressure cooker for sure. The constant attention from the media, the demanding schedules, it's a lot to handle.
And then you've got to add in the fact that Jessica built this massive business, The Honest Company.
Oh, yeah, that's huge. I love their products.
Me too. But it made me wonder, could that success have inadvertently put a strain on their relationship?
I mean, it makes sense. Building a billion-dollar company takes a lot of time and energy, and I imagine it can be hard to balance that with family life and a marriage.
Yeah, and then there's this whole other layer of complication. There's no information about a prenuptial agreement.
Ooh, so no prenup. That could get messy.
Right. Especially when you're talking about a billion-dollar company.
Yeah, that divorce could get very complicated
Yeah,
and expensive. Lawyers are going to have a field day.
definitely. But speaking of complications, there's one more thing I wanted to mention. Remember Jessica's New Year's post on social media?
Refresh my memory. What was it about?
She talked about transformation and rebirth, like starting a new chapter.
Oh, yeah, I remember seeing that. It was kind of cryptic.
Right. So do you think it was foreshadowing? Or are we just reading too much into it?
That's hard to say. I mean, social media is so carefully curated these days. It's hard to tell what's genuine and what's just for show.
Yeah, that's true. But it definitely adds another layer of intrigue to this whole story.
For sure.
Okay, so let's try to sum this all up. We've got this seemingly sudden split, but there are hints that things might have been rocky for a while.
Right. And who knows how long they've been trying to work things out privately before making the announcement.
Exactly. And it seems like the pressure of Hollywood life, building a successful business, and raising a family might have played a role.
And then, of course, you have the whole financial aspect with no prenuptial agreement in sight.
Yeah, that's a whole other can of worms. But honestly, I think this situation raises a bigger question. You know how we're always so fascinated by these Hollywood power couples?
Oh, yeah, totally.
But do we ever really know what's going on behind closed doors? I mean, they might seem perfect on the surface, but this whole thing is a reminder that there's always more to this story than meets the eye.
Absolutely. And it's a good reminder that even the most seemingly perfect relationships can face challenges. I think it's important to remember that we're all human, and relationships are complex, regardless of whether you're famous or not.
You got that right. And on that note, I think we'll leave it there for today. But I gotta say, this whole Jessica Alba and Cash Warren split has really got me thinking.
Me too. It makes you wonder how many other couples are out there going through similar struggles, even if they aren't in the spotlight.
Exactly. So much happens behind the scenes, and we only get glimpses of what's really going on. It's definitely something to think about.
It is. It's like a reminder to never judge a book by its cover or a relationship by its Instagram feed.
Well said. Okay, that's it for our deep dive today. Thanks for joining me.
My pleasure. It was a great discussion.
Until next time.
See you then.